The one LVZ just recently did a video talking about this, and I think I briefly heard about this particular topic that I'm bringing to you right now, but you know what? Probably not enough to make me want to do a video about it, probably because of everything that's been going on with the whole Kobe Bryant situation this last week. That's pretty much what we've been dominated with the news with. But now that I have some space to speak on this, and after hearing what the LVZ had to say, and I'm going to leave the link to his video down below in the comments, so you can go and watch it for yourself, what he had to say. Now I'm going to give my piece about this. So this is actor Daniel Kaluuya. As we all know, he was most notably known for being in Get Out, Black Panther, most recently Queen and Slim. And I believe he was in that Widows movie. I think he was in that show or did an episode of that show Black Mirror, I believe. And that's as far as I know, that's the only things I've known him to be. And he has a very short resume as of right now. But he basically came out and made a statement in which he said that, in so many words, he wants to stop being defined by his race as far as his work goes, and just wants to just be acknowledged as an actor who happens to be black. Let me name those movies again that he was a part of: Get Out, Black Panther, Queen and Slim, Widows, and I think he did a Black Mirror episode. 3 out of the 5 projects that I mentioned had some kind of racial element to it, which, happened to be his 3 most known films. Despite how you feel about Queen and Slim, but let's take Queen and Slim out of it and focus on Get Out and Black Panther. Get Out. I feel like we don't even have to go into the synopsis of that because we already know what that movie was about. Amazing film, by the way. Black Panther, amazing film, but also had elements of there that it talked about race is in there, especially with the Killmonger character. Now, let me remind you, his character in Get Out was a damn turncoat because T'Challa did not kill what's his name, or bring back Claw, because of what happened to his dad by Claw. Remember, his dad was killed by Claw. And I'm not talking about T'Challa. I'm talking about Daniel Kaluuya's character. And he got mad and upset. So when Killmonger came in, he felt that Killmonger would be a better fit. So he turns on his friend, his lifelong friend, just to get what he wanted. And then he ended up getting brought to his knees at the end by his woman, by his wife, played by Danai Gurira, who played, what was her name? What was her character name in the movie? I forget her name, but y'all can let me know if y'all remember it. So it doesn't surprise me. He played a turncoat in that movie, and right now it sounds like he's a damn turncoat in real life. So art imitating life again and again and again. But I'm going to go ahead and read this article and see what else they say. British actor, it should say British actor who keeps playing Black American roles, Daniel Kaluuya, is done with the media shuffling the race card when it comes to his work. The actor told Radio Times recently that he cannot ignore that he's surrounded by racial issues, but I'm not defined by it. I'm just Daniel, who happens to be black. While Kaluuya has been busy building a solid resume in London with roles that don't have anything to do with race, he was cast into the international spotlight with his star turn in Jordan Peele's Oscar nominated, well, it should say Oscar winning because he did win an Oscar for it, Get Out, which is about a black man who discovers that his white girlfriend and her family have a horrible secret. Which, by the way, Daniel Kaluuya was also nominated for an Oscar that year for that same role. That may be what they mean when they say Oscar nominated. Kaluuya followed that performance with a string of roles, including the box office behemoth Black Panther, Widows, and the critically acclaimed Queen and Slim. In Queen and Slim, Kaluuya Slim is driving home after a lackluster Tinder date, but never makes it there because he gets pulled over by a police officer whom he shoots in self-defense. He and his date, played by Jodie Turner-Smith, then go on the run, another person who we have a problem with. According to The Guardian, Kaluuya might have had some reservations about taking on a role that would invite the media to make him the race guy, but he was attracted to Queen and Slim's poignant love story. You was attracted to the story, and you was probably attracted to the check that you was going to receive from it, considering he would get top dollar because he was the more well-known star of the film. And he has that title of Oscar nominated next to his name, or Academy Award nominated actor next to his name. So I'm going to read that part again because he basically just told him so. According to The Guardian, Kaluuya might have had some reservations about taking on a role that would invite the media to make him the race guy, basically the go-to black guy to put in these roles that deal with race. See, what's happening here is he's actually scared of being pigeonholed or typecast to being that go-to guy when they need someone black to play these type of roles. That's what he's scared of. But guess what, Daniel? No one forced your hand or put a gun to your head and told you to take these roles. Yes, Get Out was great. Black Panther was phenomenal. After Black Panther, you didn't have to go and say, let's do Queen and Slim. As a matter of fact, when you did Widows, I didn't watch that movie. I don't know if that movie had any racial elements to it or not, like the other three. But if someone did watch that movie, can y'all let me know down in the comments? Did that movie have any type of racial tension elements to it? Because to me, it didn't look like it did. Just looking at the trailer, I could be wrong because, like I said, I didn't watch the movie. But see, he's scared of being pigeonholed and typecast into these roles. Now I see it. But like I said, no one forced him to pick these roles. He chose them. He went in with the meetings. All his agent and manager can do is say, look, they had this role up. You've been considered for it. If you want to see a script, you can read through it and you can say yay or nay. He said yay. There you go. He said, yeah, it's got those moments about race, but that's more of a catalyst, he told the British daily newspaper. This summer, Kaluuya is reportedly starring as Fred Hampton in the upcoming movie about the activist's life. I did a video, was it last year, when it was announced that he was going to play Fred Hampton. I said, hell no. And now knowing how he feels, what he's saying now, that's a double hell no. And what makes this so sad is they got Lakeith Stanfield, who was an American-born black actor, playing William O'Neill, the damn informant agent who was responsible for the murder of Fred Hampton. And they got Daniel Kaluuya, who apparently does not want to do or become the race guy, playing one of the pioneers of the Black Panther Party. And let's just do it on image alone. He doesn't even look like Fred Hampton. I'm just being honest. He looks nothing like Fred Hampton. You mean to tell me you couldn't find another actor out there that looked like Fred Hampton? Or even give it to an unknown actor? But so now you have Black Panther, Get Out, Queen and Slim, who all three of those films deal with race, to now you are about to play Fred Hampton, who was a leader in the Black Panther Party, and you are tired of discussing race? Are you kidding me? It sounds to me like you just made this statement, just to make it. You were talking out of your ass just for the mere sake of talking out of your ass. If you were tired of being the quote unquote race guy, then why do you keep taking roles that you know has racial tension to them? This one right here is probably going to be the most obvious because it's a true story. Or does he not know the story of the Black Panther Party? Does he not know the story of Fred Hampton? Well, you know what? As much as I respect Fred Hampton, I cannot and will not support this film. When I found out about this, last year that he got cast as him, I had my reservations about it, but I said, you know what? It might actually be pretty decent. But after hearing this, no. Nah. You don't get to come up here and say something like that, then play one of our iconic heroes, and then expect us to go, and then going to expect us to go to support. Now watch this. Watch this. Don't go and support this film. Watch it become a flop, and then watch him get on social media and blame black people for not going to see it. But you just said that you didn't want to be the race guy, so we're just honoring your wishes by not seeing you play the quote-unquote race guy. Cynthia Erivo was the same way. They cast this actress who was British born like him, who spoke ill of American-born black people, and then she goes and plays an American-born black icon, and then expect us to go run out and see it. Make it make sense. But don't worry, Daniel, because we're going to remember what you said. Because I don't know when the movie's slated to come out, but they said he's going to start filming it. It says this summer. So it's coming out this year. Well, I'll make sure not to go see it. If I want to watch something on Fred Hampton, I can watch a documentary. There's plenty to go around, plenty to choose from. But yeah, he has a lot of nerve. He has a lot of goddamn nerve to say what he said and then play all these roles that have some kind of racial element to it, and then have the nerve to play Fred Hampton, the chairman. Are you sick in the head, Daniel Kaluuya? He could have kept that comment to himself, knowing that he's about to play this role. Even more reason why I'm not going to see it. I don't speak for everybody, but if you don't go see it, kudos to you. Hell, if you go see it, oh well. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you haven't done so already, please follow me on Twitter. Have your notifications turned on, and I will talk to you in the next one.